Welcome one and all to Bucket Lord. I'm Shad, and today we're here to discuss my 2026 One Piece manga predictions. I've been really excited to talk about this. I wrote them down quite some time ago. I wrote down 25 little predictions I have for what I think is going to go down in One Piece this year. And some of them are kind of outlandish, some of them are kind of safe. Well, I'm joined here with my friends, Mr. Kaido. Wow, Mr. Kaido, Luffy, Afro Luffy, Bam, Foxy, Law, and Eustace Captain Kidd. Some of my favorites. But without any further ado, I took all of my 25. Oh, wonderful glare. I took all of my 25 suggestions. I threw them in here in some papers to make it a little more fun. So I'm gonna draw from my little Gear 5 box, and we'll get started. Oh my gosh! Goku arrives on Elbaf. That'd be crazy, guys. All right, all right. So, yes, nice paper noises. My first prediction. Dragon's Revolution begins. Oh, sorry. Let me get over to the tab I need to be at. Oh gosh. I had a crazy technical difficulty, but it all started with Dragon's Revolution. It must be this. These must be crazy omens, bad omens. But getting back to it, I'm gonna keep Goku Rise on Elbaf until I get to wherever I want to be. It's about time. The Holy Land's on fire. I don't know what that's about. He cut off the food supplies to Marie Joie. We're entering the final war. Vegapunk's made his big speech. We're all supposed to be rallying against the world government. 1172 is the chapter that's come out most recently. Now that I'm making this video, I should have made this video a little earlier. My bad. But 1172 just dropped, and we learned that the Giants are taking a stance. The Harley text said that there's supposed to be some divide in the future, and the Giants firmly take their stance on the not government side. So everyone's making their stances. We need the normal people to start to get on board. Yeah, it's just about time. I think this year we're gonna get some sort of update about Dragon's Revolution. All right, that's one. This is a little more fun than I thought it might be. I like the excitement of pulling something out of a. I wanted to do a straw hat, but I don't have one. They're two inside of one another, so I pulled it apart. Our second 2026 prediction is. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Lord Eneru arrives, or Enel. Just vibes, like, trust me. I don't have any good proof for it. I don't have any good reason as to why he'd show up. The best reason I have is Loki's gonna be slinging that hammer, and he's gonna just create so much electricity that Enel's gonna show up like, hey, cut that out. I'm the electric guy. That's my best defense for that. Also, it's about time. We saw in that stupid, not stupid, the wonderful and glorious. We saw on the mural the Arc Maxim, or an Arc Maxim like ship was in it. So uh, I I don't want to believe that Enel has already served his purpose in this story. I would love to see him come back. I'm a big believer that if he shows up, man's packing conquerors, because we need all the help we can get to beat up these sorry holy knights. We just gotta round up all the conquerors and beat them up. We don't all have to be on the same side. We just need a common enemy, and that can be the world government, because they suck. But yeah, Enel showing up. This is. Oh gosh. Ah, Kuma being fixed, or is already fixed. I don't mind fake out deaths of One Piece. A lot of people get kind of heated about it, but I like how Oda depicts the world. Like, it is sad. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, but he continues to write not a sad story. It centers around a character, the Joy Boy, literally like a happy character figure. So I think I'm very happy about all these fake out deaths, because a lot of the times I feel like it might be a worse situation to not just be killed, but to be kept alive. Like, there's stuff like slavery and all the horrible things that can happen to a person. Like, once you die, yeah, it's a horrific thing, and you're gone, and that's it. But if you're kept alive and you're kept in such horrific conditions, you'd want to die. So that's even worse. So I think that the perpetual suffering is a little worse to me than. I think it's cool I think perpetual suffering is cool, kids. No. I think narratively it hits me a little harder than just killing off character. I need Kuma to come back. I think Kuma does not deserve to die. Kuma has gone through too much. He's gone through way too much, and it shouldn't end with him saving his daughter. Bonnie's cool. I've enjoyed Bonnie since she's been introduced. I need them to have their little happily ever after. That's Luffy's job. Luffy's job is to bring this world into its dawn, to its happily ever after. That's why I see the dawn is and I guess it won't even be the happily ever after, but it'll be a brighter day, a new dawn. Oh gosh, I gotta type this in now. Also, we have a Vegapunk. There's no reason she shouldn't be able to fix him. Back to the box. All right. This has got to be a good one. They're all good ones. I came up with them. Gear 5 lore update. Nika lore update. We're in the land of the giants. Nika seems to be their deity, and I'm so surprised we haven't heard more about Nika. Even though we heard a fair, it's who Luffy's been hanging around, and it's not even Luffy. I don't need Luffy to hear it. I just need other characters to learn more about Nika. We're in this place where Nika is worshipped. The giants have pointed out how the character that Luffy looks like. Whenever at the beginning of the arc, whenever Rodo was introduced, he's like, I'm the sun god. Then we beat him up. Well, Nami beat him up, basically. Or it was mean. All the above. I can't remember what my older brother says. Tia's like, Nami's like, girl boss, like gatekeep, girl boss, something else. I'll find it later. But yeah, we're in the home of those who worship Nika, which is the most we've gotten besides slaves who worship Nika. And even when we learned about the slaves worshiping Nika, at first we were told, maybe it's just something the slaves came up with because they're really sad. And I'm like, dang. But no, Nika's a real thing. Luffy has the Hitonomi model Nika. A fun tangent. I think it's hilarious that Luffy was always telling Zoan types how to use their dough fruit, and they're like, well, I don't know how to do it. And Luffy's like, I don't know how to do it. I'm a paramecia. Like whenever he's with Momonosuke in Punk Hazard, and he's like, you got to do this and this, and Momonosuke is like, I don't know how to do these things, and Luffy's like, well, I'm a paramecia. I don't know how to do it either. And he's actually his own type. Crazy. There's someone else, but I'll fall down a hole if I think about it too much. I'm excited to learn more about Gear 5 and Nika. I'm excited I love it. I'm a really big old cartoon fan. My dad used to buy these 150 classic cartoons. I'm looking at my cat Merlin. He's prowling about. He used to buy us a bunch of old cartoons. I watched a lot of old cartoons like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, all sorts. I've always been into older animation. And whenever Gear 5th became a thing and Luffy was moving like a cartoon character, I loved it even more. It spoke to me personally. I hope this is Luffy's last transformation for the series. We're in the final saga. Luffy got this form for the final saga, I feel. And I just need him he can augment it. That's cool. Like we can have I can't not tangent to save my life. I need Chopper to give Luffy a Rumble Ball. I just want to know what happens. I'm just curious. Rumble Ball, Luffy goes Gear 5th. Everyone should be afraid. But rewind. We're on ELBAF. I just want to learn more. I need Jarl is 300 or however old. He's super old, and I need to hear some lore. He knows. I know that he knows. Someone has to. Loki claimed himself to be the sun god. Crazy. All these imitators, and we've got big dog Luffy walking around. On to the next. Back to the box. My ring almost fell off. This is a wacky bingo board. Robin needs to see the mural. It feels so long ago now, but whenever Frankie went to see the mural, chapter whatever, I can't name drop chapters like that, but I'm flabbergasted that Frankie saw it. I need Robin to see it now. Robin needs to extrapolate all the stuff so that I can get my sweet fix of lore. I thought that was going to switch between my smaller screen and larger screen like this, and I guess I probably should, but I'm lazy, so I'm going back to what I've been doing and not doing that. That's it. I just need to hear something from Robin. Robin hasn't seen that, and I just need to see her point of view. And I have such a strong feeling because Oda's such a troll. I have such a feeling that Frankie's hiding some sort of pivotal pivotal clue, like some guy with a red cloud nose or something. I don't know. It could happen. On to the next one. All right. This one feels like a good one. Luffy hockey feat. We have been seeing so many different levels of hockey from Wano to here. Before Wano, like all the post time skip really, but it continued, like the levels continue to build. Like we have the General Conquers hockey, knocks people out. We saw a bunch of that. We saw that in Fishman Island. We get to see him actually clash with Doflamingo using Conquers hockey. No coding, which is interesting because I feel like Doflamingo should have been able to do Conqueror's coding, but I guess he wasn't that juiced yet. And then we get up to Katakuri, and we learn more about observation hockey. And again, Luffy has shown that there are levels to this, and he had better armament than Luffy. And then we get to Kaido, and Kaido is using advanced Conqueror's coding, and that Luffy just gets his ass beat until he can throw it back. It's what I'm a big Dragon Ball stand. Oh, I can prove it. I've got Goku right here. The goat. Goku. Sorry. I really like the Goku that I see out of Luffy. Big appetite, and is willing to get his ass beat until he comes out on top. Like he adapts. He learns from his opponent, and that is such a Goku thing. But yes, I'm expecting some big Luffy hockey feat because we've seen everything that Rox was doing. We saw stuff that Harold was doing. Harold. It's written. No one's spoken it officially, I guess. Loki put down Harold. Keep changing it. Gabon's supposed to be that guy. Oh yeah, we saw him take out Sommers. And he was confident that he could take out Gunko before he saw the future where his son dies. Really powerful scene, really cool scene, and he drops his weapon. He's like, "Please don't hurt my son," and I was like, "Oh!" But yeah, there are levels, and I know Luffy's not Shanks doing his Shanks. I don't want to use the word, but I'm trying to think of a better word. I'm sorry. So Shanks cucking Green Bull from like miles and miles away. That's crazy. Luffy's been doing good stuff. He had a great run on Egghead, and I'm excited to see what he gets up to for his fights in ELBAF. But I need to see a next level feat from Luffy. It's time. I need my boy to step up to the. I need him to come out of ELBAF the bottom of like the top tier characters. Like, I need him to be on the same. I need him to be able to extreme diff Shanks. Like, I need him to be able to be moving at peak velocity, peak ferocity. I don't know. I guess I'll try and speed this up. Someone pulls out that giant sword. Why'd you show it to me, huh? Well, you show me all these cool things just so we can leave it in like 40 chapters? I don't like that. That giant sword. Yeah, why'd we put it there? In the land of giants, you're showing me a sword even more giant than these giants? That's crazy. That blows my mind. I guess that's most of what I've got on it. Someone's got to pull out that sword. Why'd we put it there? Just like Onigashima, I was like, what? That's a really big skull. Well, whose is that? And that's a really big sword on the. I'll just run myself in circles. It's a giant sword on the land of the giants, but it's more giant than the giants on the land of the giants. Okay. Chaos ensues. Oh, someone's trying to slip out of the bottom of this box. But you get back in there. Alright. Oh, I'm excited about this one. 1,000 Sunny upgrades. We are on the Treasure Tree Atom, and that is which is just insane to think about. That's where Frankie was able to get his the wood to build the Sunny. So I'm really hoping that we get some sort of Sunny upgrade. I love the Sunny, but we're going into the final saga. I need some crazy upgrades. I need it to shoot laser beams and, I don't know, turn into a Megazord. I don't have the answers. Oda has the answers. He's writing it. I just need the 1,000 Sunny to get some love. Maybe see the Club Outerman, but I'll move on. I'll keep going. Yonko updates. I need to see some of these head honchos. I need to see the big players in this final war you're building up to, Oda. And that includes the 4 Yonko. What Shake's doing? I am baffled by the fact that he hasn't been able to find Blackbeard. And I'm a Shanks Glazer. I appreciate that king. I think he is darn near top of the verse. Yeah, I do think he is top of the verse. But why has he been able to? It blows my mind. Egghead, and I'm just like cycling backwards. Egghead, we're minding our business. The freaking CP9 pulls up, beat him up. The Gorosei shows up with an admiral. We beat him up, and it happens afterwards. But the Giants pull up from ELBAF. That's crazy. The Blackbeard Pirates also show up on Egghead, and I was like, "What are you guys doing here?" I was like, "Oh, this is the worst place for you to be." And then you see off of the island that more Blackbeard pirates are attacking Law, and he's moving. He attacked Boa. They've just been everywhere. There are some of them are Hachinosu on full lead. I'm scared. I'm just afraid. I don't want Shanks to die, and I don't want him to die. That's why I'm so scared. I guess Blackbeard stresses me out. But yeah, I need some Yonko updates. I need to see what the Blackbeard's up to. I need to see what Shanks is up to. I need to see what Buggy's up to. I need to see what our goats have been up to. I'm sorry. I'm not even doing the bit anymore. Something fell at the bottom, so I'm gonna pick that off the floor. The monster trio attacks Emu. I don't need them to do any crazy damage. I don't even think they'll do any damage, which is unfortunate. But I've seen that flashback now, and I saw the big boys pull up on Emu, and it didn't end well. It did not end well. It gave Garling a title and bragging points, which is ignorant, horrible, fraudling for Garland. I need the monster trio to. It doesn't have to hurt. I just need the 3 of them. I need to see the fear in Emu's eyes for the idea that is Luffy. I need to see Luffy in the center, Luffy with his wings. They're all gonna attack him. Not do really damage to Emu, but do some damage up here. And I don't think Emu has too much of it left. I can't read Emu. Yes! Zoro and Sanji team attack. It's about time. We've gotten so much of the wings talk in this arc. We've just seen a lot from Scopper. We've seen some from Rayleigh. They have discussed the wings. Gabon brings up like Zoro and his Leaky and Conqueror's hockey. Like the shape he's in currently to be beside the person who's going to be the future king of the pirates. And Zoro and Sanji are Luffy's wings, and I'm really excited for them to get a team attack. They should do a team attack because the last time they did their cool little team attack was not the last time. Maybe not. I can't remember. But what they did for the Davy back fight. And they're like, let's work together for 2 seconds. And I almost said minutes. They'd never.
Hey, look, man. I don't know what your beef is with Trent, but I'm going to need you to order off the vegan menu right now and squash it.
We've been hearing so much Wings of the Pirate King talk. We got to see Gabon do stuff in the flashback. We got to see Rayleigh do more stuff in the flashback. We saw Scopper go the second strongest on Roger's crew because he's the GOAT. What is next? Wow. This makes sense to be in the center. Usopp needs his moment, and I need there to be some ramifications, like reverberations felt throughout the final saga because of it. That is the only thing, not the only thing, I'll accept close to anything, but I think that would be really, really important for Usopp's character leading into becoming the Great Warrior of the Sea. He's obviously already a brave warrior of the sea. He's supposed to be the everyman, and the things that he has seen, the things that he has been through, he's more than become the brave warrior of the sea. But there's a lot on the line. ELBAF's supposed to be his island. A lot of people have been getting a lot of shine, and I can't support that. This was supposed to be Usopp's island, and it's Usopp's arc. He's with the Giants. I need to do some crazy stuff. I just need Usopp to be moving differently as soon as he gets out of those cuffs. Because I remember at the beginning of the arc, I was like, ooh, drunk Usopp. I was like, drunk Usopp's about to solo the entirety of ELBAF. Loki, nothing to a drunk Usopp. I thought that he was going to maybe become, like, act out as the brave warrior once he became drunk. But Then he sobered up because things started going wrong. Because that's what happens when the Straw Hats go out. Ay, getting towards the bottom. I got one. Vivi Returns. I'm not the largest Vivi fan. I rewatched it, and maybe I'd like her a little better if I read the. I personally only started reading after I caught up with the anime, which was in Wano, and it was right before Luffy turned Gear 5th, and then I went back to the start of Wano. Then I read from Wano, and then caught up. And they were in Egghead. But I'm curious if I'd like Vivi a little more in the manga versus the anime. I've watched pre-time skip through twice and up to Punk Hazard twice, but she was just really annoying a lot of the time. But I appreciate her significance as a part of the family in the Straw Hats. I can separate that. I can easily separate that. She is clearly a part of their family. She spent an extended period of time with them, and they said whatever at the end of Alabasta that she was always welcome. And that invitation's gone out to some other characters like Yamato, Kinemon, and Momonosuke. But yeah, I hope she returns. She should be in the area. Last we saw her, she was with Big News Morgan, and Big News Morgan was doing the Egghead stuff. So like she's in the vicinity. And in the newspaper we saw the X drawn over Gear 5th Luffy, and only Robin saw it, and only the people who wouldn't know what it meant saw it. But yeah, I'd be happy to see Vivi returns. I think it'd be cool if Vivi came back and she has conquerors, and it's not even like an armament form, but she's able to. It'd be cool to see Vivi have some sort of a conquerors clash with somebody, but it's the not touching conquerors. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, next. Something's coming through the bottom, so I'll take that. This is going to be a horrendous row. A character descends from the heaven realm. And now, Anaru. I think it's crazy. I also feel like we just made it to ELBAF. I feel like we haven't been there very long, and everything's already gone to shit. But we heard literally nothing about the heaven realm. We know it exists. And that's it. I don't know what kind of reveal would make it worth the mystery that's been surrounding it, but I think someone's gonna come down from there. I don't know if it's gonna be like some spiritual stuff. Like, is it I think some translations for it is like the astral realm or something like that. But I'm curious if it has anything to do with the afterlife. Are we gonna get like an Ace, an Ace cameo? Because I know maybe that's not. I don't know. They love showing Ace in the post-time skip, and I was watching some of the movies, and there are just moments, I think most of them were in the credits, but it'd be going through the characters, and it'd be post-time skip, and Ace would just be there. I was like, what's Ace doing here? We hear about Ace. Oh yeah, he's been to Wano. Alright. And I was half expecting to see Ace on God Valley or something. Like, all these characters pull up. We saw freaking Marco Polo or Polo whatever it is. We saw the dad, and I was like, yeah, and Ace is gonna show up because they just love cramming Ace places. Ace is gonna descend from the heaven realm. That's my prediction. I love the game. I'm in love with the game. I believe so much in this theory. The return of my king! I guess he's not my king, but he is my goat. The return of Captain Kidd. He has to come back. He's gotta. We need Conquerors users. We were told he has Conquerors hockey, but he's never used it. I need to see him use some Conquerors hockey. Maybe he can lift that sword from out of the tree. I'm just throwing some ideas out. I really like Kid. I like how kind of scummy he is. I'm glad to see an arrangement of kinds of pirates. I like to see our kind of fun, happy-go-lucky, fun-loving pirates, but it's also nice to see the crocodiles. It's also nice to see all sorts, like the Kumas. I've been in love with seeing the spectrum of moralities of pirates and some of the Marines, but mostly the pirates. And I liked having Kid around, and I loved that Kid thought he was that guy all the time, and it came to his detriment. And I was roughly power scaling him equal to Luffy whenever they showed up on Wano, because I'm like, okay, so I assume Kid didn't put a scratch on Kaido. Kaido enslaved him, and I'm like, okay. And then I watched Kaido one-tap Luffy. I was like, okay, so he's in the same camp as Kid. Like, they're at the same power level. And then we get our Gear-5th Awakening. But Kid also awakens, so Kid's not weak, And if Kid was willing to have an honest bout with Shanks, he wouldn't have gone out looking that sad. But those are the L's I must take on for the GOAT. I do like Kid. He's over there, and I have a wanted poster, and it shifts between the 3 billion berry bounty of Monkey D. Luffy, Trafalgar Waterlaw, and it was Trafalgar Law, and Captain Kidd. I just walk around my room, and it changes. Right now, I can see Captain Eustace Kidd. It's Eustace Captain Kidd. I need him to come back. We need a conqueror. We need more conquerors. Yeah, we do need more conquerors. Twilight Holy Knights. I hope that he learned something from this excursion with Shanks. Hockey is supposed to bloom in battle. All right, I'm actually getting towards the bottom. This is gonna be a stupid long video. It's gonna be long for no reason. Bounty updates. Oh, I'm so excited. After Egghead, we know bounties had to have gone crazy, and I know they're probably not going to be talking much about what goes down in ELBAF because Emu's gotten involved and the Holy Knights have gotten involved, and I don't think they're going to publish that. But Big News Morgan is kind of rogue right now, so I guess we never know. But Robin saw a newspaper. Luffy was in it. It had to have stuff to do with the Egghead incident. So bounties must have been updated. Luffy clashed with a CP0 member, and he clashed with the Admiral, and he clashed with the Gorosei. His bounty has to be through the roof. Lucci fought CP0 member. Sanji clashed with the Admiral. Bounties gotta go up. I love seeing the bounties go up. It's my meathead Dragon Ball brain, okay? I like big numbers. I like the number that go over 9,000. Just numbers just got bigger. A Luffy and Bonnie Gear 5 attack. It ain't broke. We don't have to fix it. It worked so well last time. We need to bust it out again. Also, if Bonnie can awaken her devil fruit, she could turn other people into Nikas. I'm pretty sure that Luffy's Gear 5 is his awakening. And then, yeah, it has to be because he can affect the world with his elasticity. So does that mean whenever he pulls up to this fight against Emu, is he going to be able to reverse the Domi reversey stuff? Is he going to be able to flip the characters? Because he should be able to affect his surroundings with his with his devil fruit. Yup. So we're back to this. Some are coming out the bottom, and I'm gonna take it. This is just the team attack row. Luffy and Loki, giant team attack. Luffy went giant last arc, and he went giant in Wano. He's in the land of the giants. I know he is itching. He's itching to see Loki fight, and if he's itching to see him fight, I know he's itching to fight with him or alongside him. I know that Panel's gonna go crazy. I know that freaking Oda's been holding on to whatever Loki's transformation is so that he can do his entrance with Luffy and Loki. I know what you're up to. And I expect it to be the crispiest thing I've ever seen. What is Loki? The Nidhogg, the eagle, the worm, I don't know, the dragon. He could be so many things, but whatever he is, I want him to be that, and I need Luffy to be a giant. Maybe Luffy's even riding him as a giant. I don't know. The Toon Force, there's so many possibilities because of Toon Force, and that is one of the reasons I love the concept. Sugar. Alright. I want to hope that maybe Sabo shows up to ELBAF. I just think it's time that Luffy meets Dragon, and I just think it's time for some sort of Straw Hat Revolutionaries interaction. ELBAF doesn't have to be the God Valley. I don't think ELBAF is going to be the God Valley of the present. I think there is going to be a God Valley of the present. I think Lodestar might be a Battle Royale thing, where a bunch of people just arrive and then go, but that's besides the point. I think someone's going to show up that's a revolutionary onto ELBAF, because after seeing God Valley, we got to see all the different factions that pulled up, and it's time. I don't know. I just need to see. It's just time to see them. It's time for them to be in places where crazy things are happening, because everyone else wants to be in places like the Blackbeard Pirates could show up to Egghead, and they're like, tap. We're out of here, and they skedaddled. I need the revolutionaries here. They have to. I need them to get active. They need to start doing stuff. Dragon's got a lot of stocks on his head. The last row. New Holy Knights. Shamrock and Gunko showed up on this island to recruit Loki to become a Holy Knight, and Loki turned them down. But is this the start of Sabaody again? Like, are we the return to Sabaody? Are we accepting new members? Are you recruiting? You're clearly recruiting. So is Doflamingo gonna get called up? Because I know he's itching for God Knight. There is no redeeming that man. Not no redeeming, because I think that's a big theme around One Piece. I think that everybody should have the chance to redeem themselves. Yeah, should at least have the choice, and they always have the choice, and they should always have at least a chance. But that's besides the point. Is Rob Lucci gonna get recruited? Like, you guys don't have a lot of allies right now. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Unless we have Emu, and I don't even know how the power. We don't know how the power works really. Unless Emu's going from island to island, don't be reversing people. How are we building this army of yours? Like, I get the Marines are big, but the Marines are all fodder except for like some admirals and like 3 vice admirals, including Garp. They need some reinforcements, and it's time to recruit. We need to take the bodies of Big Mom and Kaido out of that volcano, turn them into robots, and then we can have Seraphim 3.0. I don't know. Some crazy stuff. Or we get Gecko Moria to show up on Wano, because he is Kazuki Moria, so he should be welcome. He can pull up there, he's like, oh, I'm just here to collect some bodies. And he grabs Kaido and Big Mom. Boom! We can get Kaido and Big Mom back. I'm just rambling. I'm almost done. What is going on outside of ELBAF?
What the hell is happening in Shibuya?
I really enjoyed an Egghead, where at the midpoint we got not only the Kuma flashback, but we also got to see what was happening on the outside of Egghead, and we also got to see the reactions of people all over the world to Vegapunk's message, and then we also saw what happened at the post Wano before Egghead. I just really enjoyed being able to see the things that are going on outside, because it's supposed to be the final saga. There's supposed to be this really big war that's about to go down. I don't really feel like the people have, and I guess we just haven't seen a lot, but I haven't seen a lot of revolting against the world government. Like, besides what Vegapunk said, the people are still not really anti-world government. I just need them to have more reasons, I guess, or I just need to see them. I need to see the tension and things start to stir in the world. And I guess this is what's happening. It is happening right now. But I need to see what's going on. Also, is there a time dilation? I don't know. Are we going to get out of ELBAF and it's been some sort of time skip? Why is the Holy Land on fire? Was that not happening? Like, someone would have had to be there as you left. Emu even seemed surprised. Like, why is it taking so long? Whenever they showed up to the island. I don't know. I need to see what's happening outside. I need to see what Cross goes up to. Like I said, Yonko updates. I need to see what all of them are up to. I need to see Smoker driving his little smoker mobile with that stupid box. What's in that box behind him? I need to know. I need to know. Ugh, I need to see what the Admirals have been up to. I need to see Fujitora, I guess. There's all sorts outside. I guess a VV update. Maybe even a Vegapunk update if you're willing. It's time! We need to see what's going on outside. If you could take a flashback and then tell me it's about Loki killing Harold, but then tell me it's about Harold's backstory, and then you're telling me that Rox is here, and we get the God Valley. It's crazy. If you can do all that, I can see what's happening outside of ELBAF. Come on. Hand it over. Give me a piece. Come on. All right. More info on the 3,000-year-old lab mech. I saw people on the internet say that it kind of looks like a mech. I didn't see it, but it is some sort of lab. Is Lilith about to pull up on Emu with, I don't know, the 3,000-year-old Iron Giant and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, I just need more info on it. It was crazy. Frankie's plot in ELBAF is crazy. Like, they show up, he's like, oh, this is cool. He goes off to look at the Atom Tree with Ripley, talks about, it looks like it's been cut, the tree, and she said, no, don't do that. And then, boom, we get to see the Harley, and I think he says that Robin needs to see this. And then they stumble into the 3,000-year-old lab, and they're like, yep, it's about 3,000 years old. And then they run into some large monster. I can't remember what it was. And Frankie's like, wow, this must be normal too. And they're like, no, that one's not normal. But I just need more info on it. We've got the smartest individual alive, the evil part of Vegapunk. But we do have a Vegapunk with us. Vegapunk needs to tell me some crazy information about it. Vegapunk needs to tell me some crazy information about the mural. I'm not sure if they've seen it yet, but there's a lot of lore stuff I'm just itching for. Even though I've also been itching for this showdown that's about to happen. I just want the lore. All right, got the last couple. New Straw Hat hockey users, it's time. I know that not everybody needs to have hockey, but we are headed into this final showdown of the series, and it's crazy that so many of the Straw Hats have skated along with zero hockey. I just need something like, oh, Robin uses the Demonio thing again, and I just need to hear someone go like, oh, she's giving off some crazy hockey. All I need to hear. Last arc in Egghead, Luffy asks a bunch of characters. It's like, it's Bonnie, Frankie, maybe Sanji and someone else. I can't remember. It's a bunch of characters, and Luffy's like, hit me with all the hockey you've got. And Frankie was there, and Frankie did a strong right. I was like, Frankie has hockey? No, he's just talking to the people that could use hockey. Which also makes me think, so does Frankie not need hockey? Is he literally able to upgrade himself to the point where he doesn't have to worry about gaining muscle and getting stronger? Like, can he swing with some top tier characters with just robo upgrades? If so, I'd love to see some more upgrades. Take some upgrades from that 3,000-year-old lab, huh? Usopp, we saw him use stuff in Dressrosa. We saw his observation hockey in Dressrosa. It'd be cool if Nami had like some sort of observation hockey. It'd be cool if Chopper got some sort of armament. It'd be cool if Brook got armament. We need more Straw Hat hockey users. We're sorry. We're not sorry. We're just carried by our top couple characters. All right. Our penultimate bingo slot. Sweet. It's a good take. Sanji unlocks Conqueror's hockey. It must happen. It's a canon event. Luffy has his wings. The wings have to be the same size. They have to be roughly equal. And Sanji's not doing that without Conqueror's hockey. I've seen theories talking about how maybe because of his Germa DNA, maybe Scopper said that he couldn't feel his hockey. Maybe he doesn't have Conqueror's hockey right now, but he can develop it during battle. Like, we know very, very little about certain aspects of hockey, I think Sanji is that guy. I think Sanji deserves it. Sanji is as much of a conqueror as any of the others. He's not lifting weights and trying to overcome himself. Zoro and Luffy do, but Sanji has a lot of inner turmoils that characters like Zoro and Luffy do not grapple with. But he has a rough history. He has a traumatic childhood, a horrible family upbringing. He got to become a chef, but then he was attacked by pirates. Then he was stranded. He was starved, and then he went to work under Zeph. And he's had a traumatic story, a traumatic life. And through the help of having Zoro and Luffy around him, he has developed as a sort of conqueror. And I think he has continued to conquer himself as the arcs go on. And he has improved and improved. It'd be fine if he gets some sort of germ upgrade that is on par with Conqueror's hockey, but I prefer it to be Conqueror's. I think Sanji deserves it. Scopper has it, so Sanji's supposed to get it. I know that's not how it works, but that's my argument right now. Oh my gosh, it's time to dethrone Goku arriving on ELBAF. Better be a good one. I think it is a good one. I think I know exactly which one this is. Yup. It's exactly the one I think it is. Buggy arrives on ELBAF. Oh my gosh. Whenever Oda did his Jump Festa message, I'm gonna look it up. We ended things with a bang, and now things are about to get crazy. I think in one of the translations it said a flashy ending, and I was like, flashy? Buggy? And it was just one of the translations I saw of Oda's Jump Festa message. Even with such a shallow soapbox to stand upon, I will stand here. I think Buggy will pull up to ELBAF. Just to see the reaction of the community. Imagine Buggy pulling up to ELBAF the same way Rox pulls up to ELBAF to see Loki, and it's him and his couple characters behind him, and then it'll be Buggy with Crocodile and Mihawk behind him pulling up, hitting some crazy pose. I don't know. I just need to uplift the Buggy agenda, and I need Buggy to get some more clout. I need Buggy to go through some hyperbolic time chamber training. He can be a weakling the entire series if he must, but it would be cool if he got a little beef on him. If Buggy trains, hit him with the Goku meme. Have you ever trained, buddy? If Buggy trained just a little bit, I think Buggy could be in the top tier of the verse. Thank you so much to anybody who actually watches through this entire thing. I really like One Piece, and I was really excited to talk about some of my predictions. I sat down, I thought about them, and I got to write them out, and then I made these little strips of paper so that I could write them and then read off them. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope that I want 2 of these to come true. That is how, I actually want more than 2, but if I get 2 right, I will feel vindicated next year. Thank you so much to everyone who watches this. I'm Shaft from Bucket Lord. If you like anything like this, I haven't done too many things like this on my channel, but I have other things that you can watch. We get up to all sorts. We like comics, we like anime, I've been getting into games myself more recently. I beat Uncharted. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game. Please leave any sort of One Piece 2026 manga prediction in the comments. I love reading any sort of predictions. This is a much longer video than I thought it was going to be, but yeah, that's just how it goes down sometimes. Thank you, one and all. Good night.